ladies.
Hello, welcome. Thanks for watching today. We're just going to wait for a few people to come on. I've realised that we always jump the gun and we're right in there.
Maybe some of you missed some really important information, so we'll start with things that are not so drastic.
We'll start with some general chatter.
That's right, just general chatter.
I'm going to quickly jump on so I can see all your messages. Faye's going to
And I'm going to chat.
hold the fort.
My first session at the gym yesterday. Oh my goodness. If you see me walking funny or not being able to move my arm much and my sore glutes, that's because everything is sore. I can hardly move. Oh my goodness, what have you been doing actually to keep yourself fit? This is my first day back, and I used to be a really avid gym goer, and I do lift weights so that I can stay fit and healthy.
Hi Wendy. Hi Rosemary. Hi Hannah. Hannah's our econ manager. She's working from home today. Lovely to see you, Hannah. Hi Debbie. Hi Tamara. Hi Motto. No, I know you. That's fine.
Hi Marianne. Hi Karen. Hi Sue. Oh, I'm glad you're here.
You're
fantastic.
Here.
Yeah,
you know
great.
what?
We should just get into it then, do you think?
Yeah, definitely. I was just saying, we're going to try and make today not 45 minutes. That's our
That's our
we're
aim.
trying to
We're just
make our time.
You know, we're like.
But I was just saying today how amazing it is. We have actually been able to meet some of you because you've been coming in for private consults with Kelly and Mary. And it's been actually really rewarding for us to see customers and for you to see our space, because we're really proud of our office as well. We actually built it, and my brother and my dad renovated it, and it's like quite a precious thing for us. So I love being able to show it off. Yeah, definitely.
And we love meeting you, so please ask the girls that you want to meet Faye and Lauren, so you can say hi to us.
Yeah, sometimes we're all out the other end. Sometimes we don't even know.
Yeah, that's right.
We don't even know you've been.
No, we don't even think about it. Yeah, so a few more new people. Hi Maria, hi Rose, hi Wendy.
Hi Marianne. Marianne's another one of our online girls, so she's in charge of a very important dispatch side of things. So
yes, very important for you.
Thanks Marianne for always making sure everyone's parcels go out nice and quickly.
Yes,
she's the girl in charge.
You think we should get started? You're probably wondering what we're going to do today. Oh, you already announced it anyway.
I don't know.
Well, it's how to anything regarding knitwear, because it's something that maybe we're not used to, and we get a lot of new information and we'd like to share it with you.
And we didn't mean to wear the same top today. That just happened.
You know, it's one of those things, you show up to work and you say, oh, you're wearing the same top.
Yeah,
yes,
but I was basically wearing this outfit yesterday and she copied me. I'm just saying, I started it.
Sure. Well, she's right.
I'm getting a bit hot already, so I'm going to take this off, and now we look really Bobsy twins.
Yeah, we do.
Right?
And actually, I was going to wear my jeans today, but guess what? I wore a skirt instead.
All right, I'm going to put this somewhere safe.
Actually, I do like to wear a skirt, especially with these big tops. And I guess it's a way of showing you that you can wear a big top with a skirt. I'm not quite sure how much you can see. I've worn it with our fabulous belt, which we're getting more of, by the way, pretty soon. And you'll be able to buy one of those. Anyway, I think it finishes off my outfit, because without that third piece, to me, I don't look polished. I think I look really funky.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
Do I look funky, or do I just look... No, you looked at me like you look crap.
No, I was going to say, where's your third piece, but you've got your necklace on. Okay, she passes the
I've
test
had my cardigan on. I've had my cardigan all day. There's a lot of lights happening, so I'm hot. I'm having a hot flush.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we didn't really know where to start. As you know, we wing this and we just try and make it fun for us. Otherwise, we get too nervous. It's not fun. We get nervous. So, you know, we hang all our garments on these hangers. And if you remember one of the last capsules, we said, oh, these hangers drive us nuts. They can't go out the store because they snag everything. Well, you certainly don't want to do anything that's going to snag your knitwear, because that is like everybody's nightmare.
Yeah, totally.
It's my nightmare.
Do we have a fork?
Oh, well, I already did that, so I didn't bring a fork in. Okay, well, maybe somebody from out there can bring us a fork. There's one of my desk ladies, so bring in a fork and we'll do that one again. Actually, girls, there's one of my desks. Yeah, one of the girls did say, oh, how did you do that fork thing? So maybe it's time to do it again. Anyway, a fork will come and do that.
Yeah, and then we may as well. I told Mum, let's not start with how to care for it, but now we're starting. So I was like, who really cares about outfits? Okay, we'll do outfits. I don't want to forget.
I'm going to start doing an outfit right now.
Okay.
Together. I say the gun.
Okay.
We'll
talk about how to wear knits in a funky way, because there's many different ways, and you don't want to look like a frump.
Okay.
Get out front.
Oh, here we go. Great.
Yeah.
What are you going to do with that fork?
What's that noise?
We've got a funny noise happening.
Well, that's stopped. Okay. It was something very loud.
Oh, look on the ground. So I've got a clean fork now. What I want to show you is, I probably wouldn't wear so much black nowadays, but you know, it doesn't look bad.
I feel like this jacket would look better on me.
Do you?
With my outfit.
It would look much better with your outfit, because I think I've got too much black. But no, I don't want to wear it. I just want to show everyone what a size 8 jacket looks like on me with my size 10 big jumper.
That's your point.
That's my point. Not the outfit. Okay, we're not doing that, are we? So
I was going to say that I'll put it on for my outfit. So
yes, absolutely, because it looks fantastic with jeans. We love blazers and jeans, as you know, and you can always wear a blazer over one of these big, chunky jumpers.
So I'm probably, I am a size 10, but often I actually do still wear size 8 things. So this blazer is a size 8, this jumper is a size 10. Look, it feels snug, but I think because the blazer's so stretchy, it doesn't actually feel structured. It kind of just feels like my cardigan. Yeah. So
and you have it hanging down, pull that up. That is actually a look where you have your jumper hanging down like this and your blazer pulled up. It looks cool. That's a really nice, cool look. And you can have it, okay, well I probably would have left it like this, but yeah.
Just kind of different, bit of diversity.
Yeah, it looks nice. It looks great. And you've got the sneakers, you've got the look.
I've got that look. And then if I have the crossbody bag.
I'll run with that crossbody bag.
Yeah, I reckon, I'm thinking the brown.
Yes.
Possibly, although I am loving green and pink. I'm going to do that outfit for you next.
Oh, I was going to do that too. Here you go.
Okay.
Look at that. You look hot.
This is a woman on a mission, guys. A woman on a mission.
You're going to say...
Yeah, you can do that.
I can do this one. This is one of my favourite combinations. I absolutely love green and pink. Ladies, if you haven't done green and pink, give it a shot. It's stunning. And maybe it looks good with red lipstick too.
And even actually the green bag would also look amazing with the pink top.
I mean, I automatically do this because that's what I do. You don't have to.
And again, this is a 10. Faye's just wearing a 10, so...
I'm wearing a 10 and a 10, and you know how tiny... I don't know if you know how tiny I am, but you know when we do lives and there's a normal sized person, average sized person, you know, anywhere between 5'6" and even 6 foot, I look like
a little girl.
I look like a little girl. They look like a bigger person, but really I'm just tiny. So just bear that in mind. Okay, so this is nice. Oh, gee, I love this jacket.
Yeah, I love that.
You know, we also stitch our pockets on everything so they stay in place. So I'm about to put my hand in, but this hasn't been unstitched, so I've got a little hole in there just to do, this. I think it looks cool.
Yeah, so,
do you like it with the skirt?
Yeah.
Ladies, do you like it with the skirt?
I do.
Someone tell me. I'm going to do the bag too. Oh, let me do the bag. See, we're doing outfits to begin with. And you know how we said we're going to do 45 minutes? I kind of get the feeling...
You know what? That outfit, though, would look better with a pair of blue jeans. I know it's not.
I don't mind.
Look in the mirror.
Oh, okay.
Don't you think?
Of course it would look better. But this is what I've got on today. I don't mind it, though. I don't mind it. I probably wouldn't do the sneakers. There's too much going on for me. Too much going on. I probably would do the blue jeans. Okay, so it's your turn. Do a swap.
No, that's all right. I don't have to. Do I need to put that on?
Well,
I don't know.
it's your favourite outfit. You love it. You love it. It's your jacket. I borrowed off your chair.
The back of my chair. I haven't yet taken it home. I've got it, so the labels are still on.
That's right. And where's that cardigan?
Yeah, I think this looks better on me.
I've got to say, I prefer it with the jeans. What are your thoughts, ladies?
100%.
What skirt is it? What skirt is it? Okay, do you remember
Karen, that's called the Ripple Tailor skirt. Ron can probably pop a link up.
And you know, look, I love this skirt. You've probably seen me wear it a few times. If you're worried about what to do with your legs, this is what you do. Just some, I don't know if you can see, I can't put my leg up. Because of the gym, I can't put my leg up, otherwise I normally could. Just some pattern tights.
And it's also got a really tight, lining that's super stretchy. So
I can do that for you. Have a look.
I love the lining.
Stretchy lining, so you've got it nice and firm, so your thighs or your backside don't wobble, like mine do when I don't go to the gym, right? Okay, there you go.
Right.
So I kind of like this.
I like this.
I like this. Okay. I think this looks better with the skirt.
So number 1, how to wear a jumper for something that you need to be a bit more smart. Cash, blazer.
Blazer.
Number 2, hanging around, being cash. Knit on knit is hot.
Knit on knit. It's even supermarket, running around with the kids.
Absolutely.
Grandkids for me, but kids for everybody else.
Absolutely.
Yeah, probably kids for everybody
100%. And you can mix up your textures. These are the same fabric.
But
and you just have the contrast of colour. But 2 different textures also look awesome together. So that is...
So that's the outfit component. We don't really...
We weren't
going to get on with outfits because we get carried away.
We're a jacket, basically.
But you know what? We're just going to show this outfit too, because I put these aside for myself. I've actually got a pair already, but I thought I'd keep these really long and wear really high shoes. The other ones I've actually chopped off the lower shoes, but I really like that. And what you would do with this, I know they're a little bit long at the moment, I would do
I love it.
a bit of a front tuck too. Look how nice that looks. And I think it suits me because I'm going to wear black stilettos with it when I get around to putting it together.
100%.
Nice?
I love
Love it. This is one of my favourites.
I promised someone we were going to do a thing on baggy, but we haven't. We decided not to do it today because we actually have a lot of things to come that are a bit baggier. So
we'll do it later. We'll do it later,
but that's amazing.
I mean, at the moment, I don't want to say, but this one I think's marked down now, isn't it? Because there's only 2 sizes left.
There's not a huge amount, yeah.
There isn't there's not a huge amount, but you know what? Do yourself a favour and get this because the next one are going to be at full price. Beautiful. But I've got this one.
Yeah, if your size isn't available and you love them, they're called the putty baggy pant. Just email customer care and we'll see if we can find you one.
Yeah, and it's just divine.
All right.
Love it.
What is next?
Okay, what about these long... Okay, this is
This is your
I joke about this one that I wear as a miniskirt, okay? And maybe I could do it actually with my tights today, but I wouldn't because I look ridiculous. But you know what? This is really fabulous as a front top.
Yeah, and I think if you want to go something a little bit more dressy and you don't want to have all the chunkiness, this is probably more of a top than a jumper. So it feels like a jumper, but it's actually a top. It's a bit more slimline, it's not as chunky, whereas something like this is more your masterpiece.
How about we do this? Can you see how that it is a bit finer? Whereas if I was to do that with my chunky jumper, you could not do this at all. You couldn't see through it like you can with this. And I like this because it's sort of, you know, when you get a little bit hot, that's what's good about this. And
right. And you probably wear that. Yeah, you do that with that.
Oh, and we don't have a leatherette pant, but that would look amazing with a leatherette pant.
Yeah, definitely.
It would look really cool if you want to look cool.
Yeah,
it actually looks great with your jeans though as well.
Yeah, it does, definitely. And if you really love wearing like a leather look jacket, I still think that, like something like what I've got on.
Yeah, nice, look at that.
You can still do your black leather. Like even though this is a really soft pink colour, it looks really strong with black.
Yes.
Normally I would think that black would overwhelm this sort of a colour too much, but it actually really works. Because this colour isn't too soft, it's actually still strong but light.
It's got a brightness to it even though it's pale. It's what they call an ice colour. So that means it's got a lot of depth to it.
Yeah. Hi Kelly.
I can try that too. Hi Kelly, thanks for joining us. Kelly's our stylist, so we're privileged that she's actually looking at us today.
Yeah. And Kelly's actually, if you book a styling session, then Kelly will, or Mary, who's not here today, she might pop up later, they'll be looking after you. They're the experts.
They're the experts, they know what to do.
We see them and we're like, I need that. And then they see us and say, yep, I'm getting that. So we all vibe off each other here.
Okay, so are we up to knitwear yet?
Let's talk about knitwear.
Okay, let's talk about it. That's all right. Look, most of our knitwear is wool-free and all those things that give you allergies or rashes. So let's put that up front. And we did that for a reason because we do have so many customers that prefer to wear a non-natural type fibre for that very reason. In saying that, if there's a wool content in one of our jumpers, which I know one's coming up, it'll be on the label. Yes, this one has some wool in it. In fact, I think it's got a little bit of mohair, even though it's not on the label. So be mindful of that. But it's absolutely beautiful. If you get away with it, just do it.
Absolutely.
Just do it. I have very delicate skin, see? So it's probably for my benefit. But I wore this and it was great. It was actually perfect.
100%.
It's beautiful and soft and it's wonderful. So
if you are sensitive though, most things are fine. And the other great thing about not having so many natural fibres, because natural fibres, they do have this air to them that they're a bit special, but they're also, like, dare I say, they're slightly hard to care for. So when you're really used to wearing certain fabrics and then you get something like a viscose or, I'm trying to think of it, or a wool or a cashmere or something like that, you do have to change the way that you care for it.
You have to do it by hand, simple as that, or dry clean only. But look, there is another element, just for your information, that natural fibres, just because they're natural, it doesn't mean they're good for the planet, okay? Like, okay, there's a lot of stuff that goes on behind the scenes for this sort of gear, mainly being polyester mixes and acrylics and so on, man-made fibres. But a natural fibre, especially things like cotton, take an absolute squillion, I don't know what the word is, a lot of stuff to get it to look good on your back. So just be mindful of that. So don't think just because it's polyester it's doing worse things for the planet than something that's natural fibre. Just want to say that, otherwise people don't have the right information.
Yeah, and the other thing is people sort of think, oh, polyester might be bad or might not be as special as something like a cotton,
or a wool.
Pure cotton or a wool. But the best thing that being a mum and I've got young kids and I'm very time poor, as we all probably are. I hate it when I have to wash something after every single time I've worn it because it's bagged in a certain area. So if this was a certain type of fabric, my elbow would be completely stretched out.
That's right. So
and
this holds its shape.
The tuck I'm doing would be completely rumpled. So if I pulled it out, you can see there, I can barely see it. It's flat. There's not one crease, and I've had it like that all day. But if I was wearing something like a cotton or a viscose, then I'm telling you, it would look like a crumpled mess.
Yes. I guess you have to make up your own mind, and you have your priorities, and you go with that. You go where your heart takes you.
Beth, we're wearing the pink Queenie V-neck jumper. I think to search the word Queenie with the I'm going to show you guys actually. Now that we've sorted ourselves out enough.
Oh, we're doing something new.
I want to show you something. I've been wanting to show you something for ages, but every time I put my phone in, it would make this weird noise. All right, so this is my phone. Oh, go away. Yeah, there's my phone. See that little green, what's it called, magnifying glass? Click on that. Then I want to type in the word Queenie. I think it's called Queenie. Is it called Queenie? No, my bad. Queen. It's called Queen, sorry. You know I'm not that good with words. Then I want to view everything that has the word Queen in it. So view all 8 products. And then you're going to see all the Queenie tops here. Or the Queen tops. I can't stop saying it. Oh my gosh.
Queenie sounds cute, doesn't it?
And there's our little one on that sexy model right there. Do we look that good? Yes. Of course.
We do.
There you are.
Oh, that good.
There's my trick. I've been wanting to show you guys for a long time.
Oh, that's so clever, Lauren.
I know. I feel totally clever.
Why did we just already do
That's
that?
like a little hack. You learn how to search. Yep. I'm down with the searching. Okay. So.
We are twisted, aren't we? I just want to say, should we go into how to store knitwear or how to wash knitwear?
Totally.
Let's pick one.
Yeah, what one you pick?
Okay. Washing. I wash all my jumpers in a wash bag. Okay. I use the Motto wash bag. If you don't have one of those, buy a pillar slip with a zip on it. It is perfect. Don't get the thick variety. Get as thin as you can. I use the satin one when I do use it, like especially for the coat. I pop it in there, and it's amazing. It's amazing. It does the same thing, and your clothes come out absolutely beautiful. Actually, while I was putting on lipstick, just to come and do this live, I put some lipstick on my jumper, which is real drainer. I'll probably have to wash that. Never mind. I did try baby wipe and took most of it off. That's another trick, baby wipes to clean your knitwear.
Yeah, so if you are washing something, put it in a delicates bag. You can buy them from bras and things in Target. They're cheap.
Everywhere.
It's nothing.
Everywhere.
But I would recommend putting all your clothes in delicates bag. Like buy like 10 and everything goes in there. And you can chuck several things in. Don't worry about that.
Yes, and then I use the Gentle Cycle on my washing machine, or the Delicates, I think it's called. So don't pop it in with your jeans, don't pop it on with anything black, well, this colour with black, and don't mix your tea towels with any clothing because you'll get fluff all over it. And sometimes your husband's jocks might give off a little bit of a fleck as well onto knitwear, because we've had people come and say, oh look, my black jumper has got all these white things on it. Well, there's no there's no white fibres in the black, so obviously it's come from something else. And often it's towels, tea towels, boxes, all those sort of things. So being mindful what you mix in your washing, because you do want to take care of your garments, even though we say they are easy care, there's got to be some care with it.
Yeah, definitely.
And then when you get them out, I just want to say this too, please watch what you do with pegs, okay? Pegs are dangerous to any garment, including underwear as far as I'm concerned. So you either fold it and just leave it hanging on an era, or you pick part of the garment, in fact I'll do it on here, the garment that you're never going to see, and what I do, I always peg under the armpit there, right there. Can everyone see that? Right there, that's where the peg goes. Occasionally I see people walking around, they've got a little mark just here. That was where the peg went. Don't do that, that's
no, you don't want a peg mark.
You don't want a peg mark.
Yeah,
so I know it's obvious, but not for everybody.
And obviously there's we probably don't have to say it, but don't use the dryer for any of your knit. Where I accidentally put one of my tops, I thought it was part of my daughter's washing, and I threw in one of my Queen, the other top of this, and
what happened?
It just looks a bit small.
Oh.
But it's not.
I'm surprised.
Well, hot tumble dryer, and it's also a bit more furry than it ever was.
Okay,
so I wouldn't say it's bad. It just doesn't look like it did prior.
Yeah, you probably,
I don't know, but don't do it. Just don't do it. It was an accident.
Yeah, actually, the dryer's bad.
Now, this is.
For
seen one of those before?
See?
We've all got one of those, don't we? You want to buy
for your legs usually,
a
or
cheapie.
Not?
Buy a cheap.
A cheap you can get $2.50 packet.
A packet,
probably.
Yep, 100%. I like to buy from the reject shop, buy a whole pack, $5, whatever. Now keep this in your wardrobe.
Can I just show you? There's 2 varieties. Now you're going to have a closer look at this. One's got this this white strip here. That's like a little velvet finish. That's great on your legs, but not good on your clothing. So try and get this version, which is a cheaper version, which just has the blades. Okay?
Anita, I've just seen you've asked how tall we are. Faye's 5 foot, and I'm 5'2".
No, we're giants, aren't we?
We're supermodels.
That's why I wear these huge heels. That's why I probably don't look that much shorter than Lauren, because my heels are massive and Lauren's got flats on. Yeah, but I am a shorty.
Yeah, and if you're, we also have Louisa who comes here once a week and does a virtual try-on. She's 5'7". Most of the models on our website are 6 foot, so that'll give you a bit of a balance. What was I saying? So these buy bulk pack. Now we had a customer come in
yesterday.
Yes, was it yesterday or the day before? I can't remember. And she was holding her toddler or her grand toddler on her hip, and all the side of the top was all pilly and yuck, and it looked gross.
Yeah, look, I'll also mention that things like hardware. Oh, where's hardware? This is actually quite a soft garment, but then it's the strap isn't made for me. It's made for a 6-foot girl. But that hardware may also rub on your jumper, so you can't get around it. Don't worry, it's all okay. Just let it rub to your heart's content and use a shaver.
Yeah. So we're even wearing the same necklaces today. But even if you've got a necklace on and it rubs there, eventually it will peel. So all you need to do, let's try and do this without sitting on a table.
What about So I bought this stool so they can see. We're going to get this all. Hang on.
We're going to show you our little trick.
We have to look back here. You can't really see that.
No, I reckon we just come up close.
Okay.
All right. So what you want to do is get your kitchen bench, lie the garment flat, and I mean nice and flat.
So just assume that is totally flat.
Completely flat. Now, if you've got a little seam, say a seam, what we actually do is we put a clipboard. Say there's a centre back seam, you put a clipboard underneath so it's really nice and flat. Then all you do is you get your shaver. Now this isn't pilled, so you're not going to get the idea. And you just want to shave downwards.
Yeah.
Over the entire pilled area.
Just do it a couple of times. You don't have to do it.
And we'll do it until the stuff comes off.
You know.
Now what you'll see as you're shaving all these little bits of fluff gathered down there that you can just pick up and put in the bin. And also you'll have a bunch of fluff on your shaver, which we don't have obviously because this wasn't a problem.
Now what that does, it actually does take a little bit of the surface of the knit, so it's going to have a tendency not to pill as much as the previous time. If it pills again, it'll be less, and so on. So it's not like, oh, it's pilled once, it's going to be bad forever. And it might be the first day you wear it. Don't worry, really, don't get stressed about it.
And I sometimes find it's like sometimes if you have especially something that's got a bit of a fluffy finish, like a brushed finish or a really warm, cozy finish. It's like sometimes you just have to get rid of that first layer of fibre, even if it's like under the arms. It's anywhere that's rubbing.
Just somewhere that just
and then it doesn't do it again.
Rub. It's not going to happen if you go, but it is a very light, gentle rub, which makes it very static. That's why anti-stat sometimes helps too, and it brings up the fibres, so those fibres kind of get knotted as it moves around like that, and that's all it is. So it's not faulty. It's not Motto. It's not Gucci. It's not Chanel. It happens on everything. So that's the way it is.
Yeah, absolutely.
But we love it. Who cares? We absolutely love it.
I think when you get into
when there's texture, by the way, sorry, darling.
Yeah.
When there's texture and when there's something like this, it tends to hide, all those things. So
absolutely.
If it's a perfectly smooth garment, that's probably when it's going to happen. But you know what? That's when you use our tricks. That's what we do.
Yeah. And what I do is like once a month maybe, I'll have a minute on the weekend and I'll go in and I'll just grab all my knits, just have a look at the back, front, under the arms.
Quick check.
Put them on the bench I've got in my wardrobe, shave. But honestly, it takes 1 minute and I do all of them in one hit because you can kind of, unless it's really bad and needs a special consideration, you can just do it every now and then. Yeah.
Actually, that's a good idea. At the start of every winter season, I go through all the knits that were my favourite the year before and I'll give them a bit of a shave if they need it. And that's all. Then it usually lasts for a while.
Absolutely.
I'll be up to the fork. Now, we know we've done the fork trick before, but I saw a little snag on your jumper. I did, somewhere. Where did I see it? Right here. Right here. So let's go right up there. Obviously, Lauren, no, hang on. Can we see?
I think you can.
Yeah, so what you do with a blunt fork, okay, do not get a sharp object. This is kind of quite rounded and you poke it in roughly where it came from. And just keep poking it in until it goes there. Now, of course, this is going to tell me I'm not, oh no, here we go. I've just pulled it out again. And just keep poking it in and then, could you hold that please? Then you just give it a pull and a pull. And it's popped out. So you just put it in again.
Now you're under pressure. It's not going to work.
I know. I'm under pressure now. I'm thinking, oh no, it's not going to work. What are they going? Oh, there we go. Got it. And then you just give it a bit of a tug. And look at that. You can't see where it was. Can you see? No. There you go. So the fork trick is fantastic. The things that are a bit chunky, obviously the finer fabrics, you can't use a fork.
Yeah, and what you really don't want to do is cut the if you've got something hanging out, don't cut it because it'll put a hole eventually. It might not happen once, but it will slowly grow because you've cut a fibre.
That's right, so please don't cut anything off. You've got to just push it through to the other side.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, all right, so now have we covered? What about now storing? Are we up to storing? If you want any more information, let us know. Read what you're saying, ladies.
Oh yes, Anne-Marie, totally. It is strictly fold only, and I was it you was talking to? Yeah, for storing. Yeah, don't hang because you'll end up getting indents in the shoulders.
I've got a bit to share there. Yes, totally correct. But there's a couple of ways, and you showed me this way. Rolling is the best thing. You know how you roll your garments to pack? We probably won't have to demonstrate here. If you want us to demonstrate, we'll show you. Actually, I'll show you. This is what I do with mine. I'll use this garment. I prefer to do it on a flat garment. Can I do that on a flat? Yeah, sure. Okay. No, because you can't see. So you're going to have to help me. Actually, you hold it and then I'll just show people how I do this. I usually pop those arms across like so, and then I just roll. Roll from the top, roll all the way down. So can everyone see that?
Oh, hang on, there's a tag.
Oh, there's a tag. So normally it wouldn't have a tag. And I do it like a bit of a roll. That's all it is. It's just a roll. That comes out amazingly. I put it in my drawer, and that's how I store them all. And I can see them all because they're all lined up this way.
Yeah.
What's this way? With the drawer that way?
Horizontally.
That's it, thank you. You're pulling your drawer this way and
vertically.
Okay, yeah. So, and that's the best way to store your knitwear. It's amazing. Now, I've also tried this where I just... Oh, you're going to have to hold it again. Okay, so maybe we'll do it that way. So I just fold that there and I do a couple of folds, right? So I don't know if I can do this standing up, but I'll do something like that and then fold the top over again. So I get that. And look, that's not bad, but it does not beat the rolling up version. No, the roll up version is brilliant.
Totally.
So highly recommend it, even for your big long cardigans.
Yeah, I think the roll up is good because you can actually see everything and you can really squish them in there because they're not going to get creased. Because some knitwear does crease, even though it's in it. And I hate it if I folded a thing and then I pull it out and it's got like a big fold line there.
How annoying.
Totally annoying. So I also roll, but the way I do it is...
Wait, another version?
I fold it in half.
Okay.
Well, I do make crease down the front. Yeah, maybe. I've never noticed a crease down the front, but maybe it's just the knitwear I have. Sometimes you get it. Go like that, and then...
And still roll it.
Yeah.
There's a tag there.
There's a tag,
yeah.
sorry.
Look,
so
whichever way you think,
but
try both ways and see what fits.
And then sometimes you can get a whole bunch that way and then a whole other row in front.
Fair enough.
And if you see the colour, you sort of instantly know what it is. And then if there's any gaps, I squish in the little things.
Yeah, you don't actually have to pull it out to see what it is. Now that's the drawer version, which is the best thing for knitwear. I actually also use really good hangers. Now, I don't have these hangers at home, I used to, and I got rid of them because they were damaging my garments because they'd have, I don't know, just always a sharp edge somewhere. I bought the cheapest of cheap. I think you get like 5 for $1 or something. I don't know, I was going to bring one in and I forgot about it. They're those granny hangers. They're like a wooden hanger like so, and they've got fabric wrapped all the way around with a bit of spongy stuff in there. It's probably a bit of foam wrapped in there. And on some garments, I use those for our, what are those velour things called? The velour collar neck.
Oh, the velour turtleneck thing.
The velour turtleneck. They are quite heavy. And they're too bulky for my drawer. They take up too much space.
They take up like
so they are okay to do it on a hanger, but it has to be that soft, I don't know, like a sausagey type hanger.
Even one of those man's blazer hangers, you know, they've got that big round bit at the end.
Yeah, they're sort of soft and rounded. Recommend those as well.
I do. But the thing is that, you're not going to have a lot of hanging space. And we're modern girls. All that hanging space is taken. Like, let's be honest, okay?
We fill every space.
So get your husband's drawer, chuck it all out, and then you can wear drawer. Simple. It's just no-brainer. No-brainer. All right. Have we covered everything?
I don't know. Have we covered everything? Is there something else we need to say? Obviously, don't mix your colours and your wash. All right.
I do though.
You know, there's another little secret, and I don't know if this is just my secret. Everyone looks at me like I'm going crazy. I found that when I was when I was trying to dry some of my things in winter, because we've had a really cold winter, some of my things were bit on the nose like dirty old socks, and I couldn't work out what it was. It was because they were taking so long to dry that they ended up having a smell. So I've actually bought some antibacterial final rinse for my washing machine, and it's all gone. It's beautiful now. So then you can take the time to dry them if you need to. Have you tried that? Do you know about that?
No, but it happened once and I just washed it again. I think if you leave it wet too long, that's what happens.
That's what's going to happen. And sometimes with this chunky knitwear, you might find that. So definitely use the antibacterial.
Yeah. Now, the baby has just started crying, and
so
I think that's our cue.
That's our cue.
That's our cue.
Covered everything.
I think so.
Yes, we won't end up Bobsy twins next time. We do it on
well,
Monday.
they're very similar.
Yeah, very similar.
That's all right.
Do you end up with your daughter end up wearing the same thing? I just wonder.
It happens. It happens often. It's all right. Doesn't matter.
But I won't come in with blonde hair, okay? I promise. Yeah. You may do dark hair.
I might.
You might, but I'm not going to do blonde. I've done that. It's not good.
Okay.
Okay, sweetheart. All right. Well, that's it from us now. We'll see you on Monday, ladies.
See ya.